So, hearing aid update you may or may not have been waiting for. I think I made a YouTube short, Instagram reel, TikTok video about the most recent update since I made my last full video talking about how these were broken again. And as it turns out, it's not broken from my usual issue of moisture. That's a whole rant in itself. You can go watch that other video. I went to the audiologist and talked about it, and I think I mentioned in a short after that full-length video, I was having a meeting with somebody about potential work, and they were asking me if it was an issue I had been having with the audio being cut out. I forget what it's called, intermittent frequency or something like that. He asked me if I had an iPhone. I said yes. He asked me if I had the latest update, if I was experiencing this since the latest update at that time. And I said yes. Thus it was probably a Bluetooth issue. Started making videos about it, and so many other people were saying they had this issue. So multiple people in the tech space have been texting me or emailing me, some of these people waiting for more responses from me, but in the midst of dealing with a dying cat with kidney disease and one who just recently got diagnosed with pancreatitis, that's kind of not been on my radar as much, I'm sorry. But I did go to the audiologist, told her everything. I fought with Phonak forever on Twitter and in email because all they would tell me was to go to the audiologist. And I told them I went to the audiologist and they don't know. That's me coming to you because they're your hearing aids. You made them. You should know and be able to help me. Anyways, eventually I just started to ignore them because I clearly wasn't going to get anywhere with Phonak because all they would tell me is the same exact email but put it in bold as if I didn't have a brain cell. So, went to the audiologist, she called up Phonak and talked to somebody else, and they said that we should be switching the settings to something else so that it's a stronger signal so it should cut out less. Some certain tech people were telling me that Phonak hearing aids were not made for iPhone, or iPhone was not made for Phonak hearing aids and being connected. So that's interesting to know. There's actually a list somewhere. I'd have to go find it again. So we got the signal switch. It doesn't do anything. It didn't make it any better. Everything's still been cutting out when I stream. And I definitely know that it's a connection issue with Bluetooth now because it doesn't act up when I'm out and about and like talking to people in real life outside. It only happens when I'm watching YouTube or listening to music, trying to edit, things like that. It also sounds like I have put cotton balls in my ears and then put my hearing aids in. So everything sounds muffled. The sound quality sounds even worse when I'm streaming something on the computer. So when I'm editing these videos and I'm trying to caption myself, because I have to do that now, I can hardly hear and understand myself, at least in comparison to what it was before we switched the settings. So I have to put it on my to-do list to eventually go back to the audiologist and just switch these back. Because if the settings are going to be, or if the intermittent frequency or whatever it's called is going to keep on happening regardless of whatever settings it's going to be on, because clearly this new switch didn't stop it, I may as well go back to the other one so I can hear things better or understand things better, because right now it just sounds like I shoved cotton balls in my ears and then put these in. I don't know, it's been a fun time. Oh, it's just like I'm actually having to turn up the audio gain in my editing program to be able to hear myself better, and I'm constantly like pausing even more. I still pause anyways. These aren't real hearing, okay? Like, I still don't understand myself sometimes. So I'm like having to pause and rewind and be like, what did I say? Some captions may be wrong. If y'all just want to like fix that in the comments and then I'll fix it myself later. Thank you in advance. I'm deaf though, what do you want from me? But yeah, other than that, I don't know, it seems to be fine when I'm going out and about somewhere, you know, just listening to things currently. They seem fine. But when I'm online, I'm watching something on Hulu, I'm watching a YouTube video, I'm trying to edit, it just cuts out still. Also, if I'm listening to Spotify and I'm walking down the hill, it cuts out. It hadn't done that for a very long time, but apparently keeping the phone in my pocket kind of makes a barrier or something, and then it just cuts out often. And they told me I should keep it on my left side because the programming, the way it's set up, everything is stronger on this side. I don't remember the actual terminology that was used, but like this is the main thing. This is the dominant hearing aid, if you will, right? Like my left hand is my dominant hand, at least in writing anyways. My signing hand, my signing dominant hand is actually my right. I can't sign with this one. I don't know why. It doesn't work very well. So I sign with this one. More natural that way. So that's kind of what it's like. So they tell me I should keep it on the left side. Doesn't really work that much either. Still notice some cutting up. Yeah, I don't really know what to do there other than I know my warranty is going to end in October, so my audiologist was telling me, hey, so because they're a couple years old, you know, you might want to consider going back to VR and emailing them to see if you can get some new hearing aids again once your warranty's out. Someone told me in the comments of the last video that I had posted that VR doesn't give you new hearing aids until after like 5 years. So I'm not entirely sure about that. I still haven't emailed them yet, so I'm guessing that I will find out. I don't know if it's different if like, because I got these from North Carolina VR and now I live in Nebraska, maybe that's different. I don't know. But my audiologist did tell me that emailing them to find out was my homework. So I should probably do that because it's been about a month. There's lots of things I should be doing. But I was stressing about getting car insurance and I've been stressing out about this one. And then this one. That's the dying kidney disease cat. And that's the pancreatitis cat. I don't know if you can see him. He's half missing under the blankets. It's been a journey of all the things. Anyhow, I've definitely heard your recommendations for different types of hearing aids that aren't Phonak. Apparently lots of people are not liking Phonak anymore, and then of course there are some people that are like, but I'm fine with Phonak. I like Phonak. Never had any problems. Different experiences. Although shout out to the guy who basically insinuated that I shower with these on. I told my audiologist and she laughed at you. Listen, I may not be the #1 hearing aid cleaner of the world, but I have a brain cell. I'm not showering with these on. Hey, that's the update. Y'all can yell at me in the comments and assign me homework to email VR too. Be on the audiologist side and just, you know, yell at me. Just peer pressure. Alright? Let me know what hearing aids y'all got. I'm sure there's people who didn't watch that video, so let me know what hearing aids y'all got. What are your experiences with Phonak? You might have great experiences, and I am genuinely so happy for you. Believe me. I know it doesn't sound like it right now, but believe me, I am. Because this is... So now I'm wondering if Phonak hearing aids aren't meant for iPhones. Why did VR give me this knowing that my job, my career heavily relies on Bluetooth and being connected to the computer? I don't know how that works. If you know how that works, let me know. But for more updates on things that I don't tell you about in videos and just extra content in general about disability stuff, deafness, writing, books, I have a Patreon page, so consider becoming a member of that so you get even more work out with me. Or you can consider becoming a channel member for extra videos, or there's a super thanks down here that has no commitment. And it's just a little tip jar. Subscribe if you have not yet. Would love to have you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I very much appreciate it. And we'll see you later. Bye. As will they.